Welcome, everybody, to this brief webinar on increasing sales by implementing a custom ball program. And today we're joined by Phil Owenby, the GM and Director of Operations at Kinloch Golf Club, GBN member. Phil, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you, Patrick. Great to be with you.
Absolutely. Well, Phil's a great friend of mine and certainly has taught me a lot, and I would consider him to be sort of the godfather of the custom ball program. He's had great success with it at Kinloch, and looking forward to hearing his thoughts and hopefully helping everybody if they'd like to implement this program, because we're going to review some of the benefits and how it can help you increase your sales. So we'll start out, our first slide will be, going over what is a custom ball program. A custom ball program is a program that you have in your golf shop that you offer to your members or guests or patrons for personalized golf balls or company logo golf balls. And the way that we promote it, or that I've done it in the past, and Phil has kind of taught me, is that members have their customized golf balls. We keep them in inventory in the golf shop for use at all times. And Phil, tell us a little bit about that. I mean, how do you do that, and with the inventory of these custom balls, and then having them available for the members? Is there anything that you guys do to promote that?
Well, it's first and foremost, it's a great opportunity, Patrick, to deal with your members and see your members on a regular basis, and give them an opportunity to provide some service and hospitality for them, because every player is going to use golf balls. So it's an opportunity to really provide that extra service for them. And each member that comes in the shop, as we started the program, we were just asking them about the type of golf ball they use, which we promote Titleist, of course. And we just asked them about that, and asked them how where they purchase their golf balls, and certainly would like for them to purchase them through us. And then we introduced the ball program. In a lot of cases, as they come through, we just ask, are you a member of the ball program? Certainly, in many cases, we know they're not, but we ask them that so that we can get the conversation started, because the immediate response is, "What's the ball program?" So they get you that opportunity to go right into that.
Right. So word of mouth, it kind of spreads, and then, certainly I would experience, and I'm sure you did as well, where members are walking through, and one of them is on the program, gets their custom golf balls, and the other one says, "Well, what's that?" And
exactly.
And then I also think that it's the members bringing out guests. They see I'm on the custom ball program here, and they're saying, "Why don't we do that at our club?" So
exactly.
it can set you apart a little bit there. Yeah.
And it helps too from the standpoint, because you have the opportunity to control the inventory of golf balls. Every time a member comes through, especially if you have your starting sheet for that day, and your golf shop merchandising staff is aware of who's playing, they can go into the cabinet and pick out a sleeve of balls for each of those that's playing, and have them right there on the counter. So when Mr. Jones comes through the shop, your golf shop merchandise manager can indicate, Mr. Jones, great to see you today, and here's a sleeve of your golf balls for you. 90% of the time, they're going to just take those with them, whether they need them or not. So continue to, again, just providing the service and the hospitality for them, that they just don't have to worry about it.
Exactly. And I like this picture here. Is something I've done in the past to promote it, not on this scale, but people have these hole-in-one plaques, or they put or they collect golf balls in their house. I've had that in the shop, and you've done a great job here with this custom made one. But as people walk by there, they're seeing all the custom imprints that people are doing at your clubs, and I'm sure that gains some, people look at that and say, "Wow, what's this?" So I think that's pretty neat. And with as far as the inventory of it, and with the staff managing it and reorders, how difficult is that? I mean, is that something that is easily
difficult? Our staff does a terrific job with that. They're great people, and they really understand the program and promote the program. They do a nice job with this display. As you can see, we pretty much go through the alphabet. You can see the Kinloch cross right there. But I think that the inventory is something that they keep up with on a regular basis. The inventory, we have one person that's really designated, and that's a member of our staff, and they'll go through and double check the inventories at least once a week. Once a week is the absolute minimum, and just make sure that there's plenty of golf balls there for the members as they come through. It really helps us, overall, and really, I guess the way this originated was thinking about the average inventory that you carry of golf balls in the shop, and we just felt like we were carrying a lot more than what we needed to as far as the turn was concerned. And so this kind of came from that, is that everybody's going to buy golf balls from us. Why don't we give them an opportunity to customize them, put what they want to in the golf ball, and then we keep them in stock. And it's worked out really well for us from that standpoint, because now we have a much better controls over our inventory and controls over golf balls that the members are going to take out and play with.
Sure. And that leads me right into our next slide here about the benefits of the custom ball program. And, first and foremost, I think that anything that I know certainly you do and I took from learning from you was that, you just want it to be a member benefit, a service to the members. And, you talked about the reducing the inventory and then increasing sales. What on these 3 bullet points here, Phil, what can you comment on these?
Sure. I think first and foremost, as you well know, is that I think if you provide the hospitality and really think about what the member wants in terms of how you can provide service with them, then your program's going to follow from that. So if your priority is the service and hospitality and unique experience that you can provide for them, then your programs just continue to come in or just kind of spawn from that, and this is one of them. So it's really important to put the golf balls, again, it's something that everybody uses, just like bread and milk at the grocery stores. This is the same thing. So they're going to come in and get golf balls from us. So we want to make sure that we have control of that, and we're providing them a unique experience with that. So the service side is paramount. And then the reduction of inventory, again, as I mentioned earlier, what we've seen from before we started this program several years ago, and then after we've started it, we carry now about 25% of the inventory that we carried prior to starting the program, which makes it in terms of carrying it on our books, because it really allows us to manage it from that perspective. Not only the golf ball inventory for our members, but also the inventory that we need for guests as they come through. And then the increase in sales, we definitely see an increase in sales. And every time that you add a member to the golf ball program, through the word of mouth or through our promotions or whatever it might be, every time you add one, you're increasing sales. Even though they may have purchased golf balls from you before, they're going to purchase more golf balls in this case. So there's no question you're going to see an increase in sales, and we've seen that.
Right. And we were talking about the dollar per round numbers, and Phil's operation, he's at about $5 a round in golf ball sales, which is just phenomenal. But I've done some studies on it and how it increases the sales, and it's the studies I did were in the range of about 60 cents per round that you can get a lift in sales when you implement this program. And so there's obviously the service, reducing the inventory, increasing cash flow, and increasing sales, I think are all great benefits for the operation. This picture here, this is an old Chatham Golf Club and John Marino's operation. And you look at this locker area that he has here, and he can store about 200 dozen golf balls, and these would all be prepaid on this program. So you're kind of just looking at kind of a gold mine there. So a lot of benefits there. So leading into go ahead.
I was going to say a quick sidebar there too, Patrick, is that you can designate a space that you're going to put the golf balls, which we did, and fortunately we ran through that space and it was just overcrowded, and so we had to find some others in the golf shop, other spaces and cabinets and so forth to put them, which we've done. And what you find is as members come through, they actually know where their location is because they've seen staff members get their golf balls and end up going to those locations and getting it. And we've seen some additional sales from that. They're over at their cabinet getting their golf ball. They happen to see a shirt or a jacket or a cap or something that they hadn't seen before. So there's some opportunities there as well.
Interesting. And how many members would you say are on your program?
We have approximately 175 to 200.
Okay, so let's say 200 times 3, and we'll get into that, but we usually carry about 3 dozen golf balls per person as a par level,
Right.
and so you're looking at 600 dozen golf balls in your shop that are already paid for. So that's impressive.
Right.
So yeah, that leads us into how do you manage the custom ball program? And Phil, you mentioned this. You assign one staff member to oversee the program and kind of be the point person on that. I think that kind of makes a lot of sense.
Sure.
In the past, I've offered a promotion to participate, whether it's special pricing or discounts, so just something that entices them a little bit. I think the benefits of the service and just knowing that you have your golf balls there and that the staff's taking care of you, you may not need to do special pricing or a discount, and maybe could even charge a premium on it. But obviously that's up to each operation. And then as we talked about, establishing a par level to keep on hand, and I always did that at 3 dozen. I think you do the same there, Phil. And and I always had my staff. So if we got down to 1 dozen, we would order 2 more to try to keep the member in. And this is obviously things that the member knows, as they get on this program, that they know you're trying to keep them a par level, and then billing them when the balls come in, and then obviously promoting it. So as far as managing it in your operation, obviously you have a large program, but it seems like it's manageable on however, and I think it actually makes things easier, and the staff can buy into it and start to really promote it to people as well.
I agree. You absolutely have to get your staff aware of the situation, and once they do, they'll grab it and really have a passion with making sure that they communicate with each member as they come through, and either ask them if they'd like some of their golf balls or have them on the counter for them, or if they're not on the program, at least ask them, can we get them on the program, and explain them to them. And then so the staff people, all the staff members have to be, aware of what's going on to really try to promote the convenience of the program and the hospitality of it. But you do have one staff member that pretty much handles the entire program, so they maintain the inventory levels, maintain all the invoicing and so forth. So it's pretty simple, and it's a system that you set up so that gets taken care of. But the promotion of it and continued promoting it through, as you mentioned, through some value pricing or individual communication on your members-only website, or special promotions like the 3-for-1 promotion that comes through Titleist, are really important to use those. But also, I think it's a great segue to get into communicating with your members that have some corporate interest in golf balls, and work on the corporate logos. I think it's a great way to get that business started, and which is a great ancillary business for any golf shop.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great point. Is that not only are you on their personal golf balls, but then once they know you can do that, they like you say, your staff knows that, hey, would you like to get your company logo on here? And then you can really see a lot more benefits there too. So it is a great segue into that.
Corporate logos, you've got special packaging. Titleist will do special packaging with corporate logo on the packaging, whether it be 6-ball sleeves or individuals or dozens, and there's all kinds of different places you can go, and then can lead into your other programs in your shop as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, this concept can work with gloves and other parts of the operation as well, which I've done glove program. I think you may do something like that as well. But
yep, we do.
So, along the lines of promotion, I actually did a video that went out last year about how do you create a form very easily on Google Docs, or you can do it through your website sometimes. Where, you can send a link to your members via email to promote the sale. And this works really well with the 3-for-1 promotion that Titleist does. So you send an email out about the custom ball program, and that maybe you time it with the 3-for-1, or you just send it out periodically. And, you'll get people, the way the forms work is that it actually just, they fill out the information, they submit it, emails you, and comes right into a spreadsheet. So it's an easy way to promote it and increase the sales that way. And then, I wanted to mention as GBN members, part of their membership, we give them a tool to help manage this program as well by the GEMS program, where in the member profile you can indicate whether somebody's on the ball program, what golf ball they play, what imprint they like, what color. So all of that can be stored in the member profile portion of the GEM solution, and then you can actually print a report out for your inventory purposes to say, who's on the program and do an inventory, and then manage it that way. So GBN members have access to this tool. It's a great way to help promote it. And then honestly, this is what you can do from here. Once you know who's on it, you can also very quickly promote and market to people that are not on the program. So it helps you increase that as well. So there's a benefit there for GBN members. So
Great
that's
tool.
I think it's something that can really help with that. So certainly if anybody has any questions about implementing a custom ball program at your club, you can contact me directly, and happy to. Phil, thanks for taking the time to go through that with us and give your thoughts on that, and really a great idea, and hopefully this will help somebody implement that in their operation.
Patrick, I appreciate it very much, and thanks for the opportunity.
Absolutely. We'll talk to you soon.
Sounds great. Thanks.
Thanks, Phil.